Sitting in the case of two brothers from Essex charged with robbery and firearms offences has retired to consider its verdicts. Terry Smith from Canvey Island and his brother Leonard were arrested in May 2008. They're accused of being part of a gang that targeted deliveries to cash machines all over the county. The jury at Chelmsford Crown Court had heard how during a raid at Rayleigh Station, have-a-go hero Adam Mapleson was shot while trying to stop a cash machine raid there. 63-year-old Brian Wall has already been found guilty of causing grievous bodily harm.
A car ended up blocking the guided busway after a collision in Cambridge. Police were called to King's Hedges Road just after 3:30 this afternoon. They found a silver Mazda on the tracks. It had been in a collision with a green car that had failed to stop. They're calling for anyone who saw the incident or who's seen a damaged green car to get in touch. A soldier who lost half his leg in a grenade attack in Afghanistan has finished second in a charity race at Fakenham Racecourse in Norfolk.
Well, watching him romp home was the former head of the British Army, General Sir Richard Dannett. He said he couldn't have been prouder. Natalie Gray has the report.
Lieutenant Guy Disney walks the course at Fakenham before his big ride. He's an officer based at nearby Swanton Morley with the Light Dragoons. He lost the lower half of his right leg when a rocket-propelled grenade hit his patrol vehicle in Afghanistan last summer.
Are you looking forward to racing?
Yeah, I can't wait, it'll be a real treat.
And where do you think you'll come?
Hopefully somewhere on the racecourse.
Good answer.
He was one of 12 riders taking part in an amateurs charity race to raise money for the Countryside Alliance and the Forces charity Help the Heroes. All the riders are ex-point-to-point jockeys. Before his injury, Guy used to ride for the Norfolk trainer Nibby Bloom, who he's competing against today.
Is it a competition? Will you be wanting to come first?
There are no people riding in this that are not competitive.
Others haven't raced for years.
I mean, it's 25 years or something since you were, racing properly.
That's right, yeah.
Are you mad?
I think so, yeah. When I think now I've walked the course, I'll be lucky to hang on for 2 miles with my breathing.
And so they were off. Guy's mount, Oshkosh, proved no match for Wicala, ridden by Annie Bowles and trained by the Grand National winning trainer Gordon Elliott.
Yeah, definitely worthwhile. I'm delighted.
You could have let Guy win, though.
That, I'm sure he wouldn't want that.
But he was delighted to come second.
Very honourable second. Big round of applause for Guy Disney.
It went well, actually, I was never going to win it, I don't think. The girl who won it was Martha. No, it went very well, better than I could have hoped, so really chuffed.
And the horse's trainer was thrilled.
For Guy to come here and finish second is a truly remarkable performance, and nothing but you can say but good for him.
In the crowd was the former head of the British Army, General Sir Richard Dannett.
He just typifies the wonderful spirit of these youngsters, because they're doing great and difficult jobs on the front line. Some of them are tragically getting injured, but the spirit is there. And, OK, I may have lost a leg or an arm or arms and legs, but I'm still the fit young person that I was. And Guy really personifies that.
Now, you're writing, of course, for Help the Heroes, and you are the most modest of people, but people have been saying you're a hero today. Do you feel like one?
No, not in the slightest. A friend of mine just got killed yesterday in Afghanistan, so the people out there at the moment are probably the real heroes, who are actually doing the job day in, day out.
And so the charity race has been a huge success, raising an incredible £27,000. £20,000 going to the Help the Heroes charity. Natalie Gray, Anglia News, Fakenham Racecourse.
Good stuff. Well, it's great to have you with us this Friday evening. Now more news from your part of the region. It's been reported today that a 70-stone man from Ipswich, thought to be the world's heaviest person, has suffered a suspected heart attack. It's believed that Paul Mason, who's 48, was moved from his home by a specially built bariatric ambulance designed for obese patients. Normal ambulances can only take patients who weigh under 30 stone. He was taken to nearby Ipswich Hospital. It's understood Mr. Mason recently had gastric bypass surgery in Chichester.
People living close to an industrial estate in Essex spent the night away from their homes after a fire broke out in a warehouse. Firefighters were called to Calorex in Heybridge near Malden at 9:30 yesterday morning. 200 people were evacuated because of fear cylinders could explode. Most were allowed back home yesterday, but people living in a dozen houses nearest the fire had to sleep elsewhere.
Staff and students from the University of Essex in Colchester have been at Buckingham Palace to receive an award from the Queen.
It was given to the university's Human Rights Centre, which is the oldest in the country, in recognition of its role in advancing human rights around the world. Serena Sandhu has this report.
Kosovo, Bosnia, Sudan and Lebanon. Graduates from the Human Rights Centre at the University of Essex have worked in them all. Now the university's work in advancing human rights across the world has won royal recognition. Today, staff and students travelled to Buckingham Palace to receive the Queen's Anniversary Prize.
We still are not only the oldest but the largest. We have a breadth and a depth of knowledge and academic staff and a student body that comes from all over the world, and so that's really something that I think marks us as an outstanding institution in the world for the protection of human rights.
The centre celebrated its 25th anniversary last year. It's trained more than 1,500 students from more than 100 countries, and the students studying there at the moment can understand why the university has been rewarded.
Everyone I could talk to say that Essex was the best human rights centre in Europe, if not in the world.
Most of the alumni are out in the field practicing right now, which is one of the reasons that I was attracted to studying here, was because they combine the theory of human rights with practice.
The professors here, they are really great, and the students here are very diverse. Comes from all over the world, and it helps the student for personal development.
Despite winning the award, the students are determined that their pioneering work around the globe will continue for many years to come. Serena Sandhu, Anglia News.
Proud moment. Now, Essex's pioneering A12 road patrol service has been hailed a success after its first 6 months in operation. The service was introduced after motorists called for congestion-busting measures on the trunk road. The patrols are the first of their kind in the country, and it's estimated to have reduced delays on the A12 by hundreds of hours. So far, the patrols have dealt with more than 1,200 incidents.